Hey, what's going on? Um, Honestly, there's not really like a super. I'm not a really a script I'm going off of for this. It's like 12, 1 in the morning. Um, I just want to speak about. It's gonna sound morbid, but death. I'm only 18 years old. I have my whole life ahead of me. I've only been an adult for not even a month. Um, it's just there's this contentness that I struggle with because you would think someone being so young wouldn't have so many thoughts about what's going to happen when I die and how I should live my life you know, accordingly, you know, where there's different things as such as if I don't live by this certain standard, then I won't go to heaven you know, I'm having a struggle with figuring that out where you would think if I live by these set of rules, then I get to go to heaven. But part of you is worried about what if I'm not allowing myself to live life to the fullest, expecting that, and then that's not the case, you know? Because obviously everyone wants to go out and have fun and live their life, but there's some stipulations where some people can't do that without sinning, you know? And this isn't just only about religion, it's just life in general. Because I feel like at my age, I have so much to look forward to, it's almost scary, you know? Because I feel like when you're 60, 70, 80, and you're getting to that point where it's near the end for most cases, you have this certain contentness where it's like, I've lived my life. I'm happy with how I lived it. I'm happy I get to have my kids and my grandkids, you know, being able to live a healthy life, living a wealthy life. I've set up generational wealth. You know, I've done well for my family. I'm ready to leave it all behind. That kind of thing. That would make sense. That makes the most sense to me is why when you notice people, they start to care less and less about that. Because I'm scared, frankly. Part of me is scared on how to live my life because I don't have a certain belief yet. I want to believe that there's God. I want to believe that there's heaven, right? But part of me believes if God always puts you in the right situations for things, why that seems untrue in a lot of cases, where the way that I am, where I don't choose to be, I don't choose to be who I am, but God frowns upon me for that, you know? That part of stuff sort of confuses me. So it's hard to sort of find contentness with anything. Because I want to live a happy life, but I also want to live. Well, I'm also scared of what's going to happen after, you know? And I'm also worried that, because in the past I've struggled with mental health, you know, even now it's sort of an issue for me sometimes. And I used to be really overwhelmed. I used to be really scared. I used to be really ready to give up. Frankly, like I've had thoughts before. And it's been as recent as, I don't know, maybe 7 months, 8 months. And when I was going through that, no one seemed to want to support me. I feel like I'd made it but I don't think anyone really took it serious. So part of me became not inclusive. You know the word I'm trying to think of, like to myself about anything when regarding about how I feel. And that scares me because what if one day I decide it's too much? So my life being too hard results in me going to hell, you know? And that worries me. Because in some cases, I'm not thinking that now, by the way, but in some cases you think that that's the solution. It's the quickest way out of your problems, right? The reason I don't have those kind of thoughts anymore is because I have a little brother and I want to live my life knowing that when I die, my little brother is happy. I want to go at the right time because I want to spend as much time as I can with him. I want him to live his life. I don't want him to have to struggle with, I grew up and I had an older brother than he. I don't want him to have to live like that, you know? So there's reasons why I don't do anything like that. But, excuse me. This is all one take, by the way, so excuse me if it seems super like no effort was put into it. It's just, it's an odd feeling to be so worried because I have my whole life ahead of me. Who knows what's gonna happen? I am going to the military. I leave in January, so there's stuff for me to look forward to. There's stuff for me to be worried about, and I've also chose this military career because I become very dependent on people. And I want to get to a point where it's, if they make choices that they clearly have no interest in me, then I always have myself to fall back onto, you know? So that's why I'm at with that. Sorry, my video cut out, but that's all I really have to say about that. I'm just struggling to find a contentness with it, but I'm too young to be worrying about that right now. But I feel like sometimes it's also never too young. But excuse me. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys have a good night. If you made it this far, then thank you for listening to me. It might not have been interesting, but it's something I just wanted to share. Thank you.